Well, hello everybody. This is Tommy T from Lone Star Diecast Racing. Gonna do something a little different tonight. Hadn't had a lot of time to film another race video, which I'll probably get to this week. But I had a really good weekend picking up some cars, and I got quite a few. I guess you could say more than a few. So I'm gonna go through some of these. I'm not gonna do all of them because I got a bunch to show. Maybe this might be a two-part video. I don't know just yet. But just coming off my birthday weekend, I just turned 39 on the 3rd of November, and I figured I'd spoil myself this weekend and find some new, some old, and some different cars than what I normally collect. Don't really collect a whole lot of Matchboxes, but I ended up picking up a few this weekend I thought were really neat. So I'll start off with these. Found this 1990s Volkswagen Golf Country. Just kind of a neat car. It's got the old classic card to it, and you can see where it's, mind the glare. It's just this old series right here. I think these are like exclusively at Target, but I could be wrong. So there's that one. And then one of my favorites that kind of reminds me of the old TV show, That 70s Show, which is the old Vista Cruiser, which is pretty neat. Like the color, kind of has that old 70s vibe. Real neat car. I probably might open these and race these. I haven't really decided yet because these wheels have like some kind of like tread pattern on the edges where they kind of buzz when they go down the track, and I feel like they slow down a little bit once they hit a certain portion of the track. But they're just really neat, and so we'll go on to the next one. It's a 2006 Ford Crown Victoria, which is pretty neat. Nice little yellow. I guess it's a taxi cab. Pretty neat little car. Say it's got the old Matchbox logo and stuff like that on there, so it's kind of neat. And then a Volkswagen Beetle 4x4 in a kind of like a old school like 80s vibe, pink. Got the stinger sticking off the back of it. Pretty neat car. Like I said, it's got those big knobby wheels on it, so it probably won't race very well, but I have quite a few cars that have these type of wheels on it, so maybe I'll do a big wheel race. And once again, here's another one with the big wheels. It's a 1960s Jeep 4x4, which is really neat. Like the coloring on it. Kind of got like the stripes. It's pretty neat. Pretty big car. I think it might fit in the lanes. Might be just a little too wide, maybe. I don't know, I haven't tried them yet, so I don't know, I'll give it a shot. And this one is the Porsche 911 Rally, which I thought was pretty cool. Once again, it's got those sort of knobby wheels on it. But really neat looking cars. I just really like the throwback cards so much that just kind of reminds me of when I was a kid, when I was collecting Matchboxes and Hot Wheels. I was mainly more of a Hot Wheels collector. And last but not least, on the Matchbox series, I didn't get all of these because there's apparently like a bunch of these type of cars, but this is a 1933 Ford Coupe, and this is kind of one of my favorite cars personally. If I could ever have one of these in real life, this would be great. But here it is. It's a really cool throwback, old school hot rod days kind of car. And it's just the Matchbox Speed Shop. It's pretty neat. This one I've had a couple of these Matchboxes like this, and I've opened them and raced them. They're pretty quick. They're not super fast, but they make it down the track and come back and all that kind of stuff. So I like this car. So but those are all my Matchboxes. I might shake things up a little bit before I get into any of the newer cars, because a lot of the pickups that I picked up were a lot of the new cards of 2020, 2021, 2019. I think there might be some 2017s and 2018s in here, but I really want to go back to the old school ones that I remember picking up when I was a kid with these old cards. And the cards are not in the greatest condition, which is fine because I usually pick them up this way. So I open them so I don't feel bad opening them. Because I'm not really one to like keep them in the package. Because I just feel that the whole fun of them is to play with them. So I'll start off with the Fire Eaters. There are two different generations. One is a 95 and one is a 91. So I'll show the 91 first. And I didn't pay the $8. This one was $1. It's just an old sticker from somebody trying to sell this one back in the day. So the old Fire Eater. It's got the old logo, the old tractor doing a front wheel drive burnout, which is kind of funny. And you can tell if you look at the back, see it's kind of dark. Yeah, it's a little dark because of the age, I guess, of the card, or it's changed color over the years. So that one's pretty cool. And then I found a newer version of it from 95. But here's this one, and it still even has the original Walmart sticker, 77 cents, which I think is neat. I always like seeing the old stickers on these. But this one's just a little bit different, a little different paint scheme. They're both red, but the wheels are different. They have more of a modern 5-spoke wheel, which I think these are going to race pretty good because they're heavy duty. They're mainly metal. Some of these are metal on metal. But I think this is just, I think these are plastic bottoms. As you can tell here, these look more plasticky. But the die cast itself on top is pretty stout. So these will probably roll really good. I might do a fire truck race because I've got a bunch of fire trucks and big rigs and stuff like that. So I may do a specialty race on just big trucks. Going on into the, I guess, you know, the fire rescue and ambulances and stuff like that. I ended up finding this ambulance from 91, and it's a yellow ambulance with 5-spoke, or no, not a 5-spoke, it's a 5 dots. This one weighs a ton. This thing is pretty heavy. I don't have a scale right now to weigh it, but as you can see, pardon the glare, it's got the old card on it as well. This one for some reason didn't get tarnished too much on the back, so this is about the right color of what they were new. Like I said, the cards are pretty beat up on these, so most likely I'm just going to open these because I'm not one of those ones that wants to keep them minty. You know, it is what it is. Paid like $1 or $2 for some of these, but most of them are like 75 cents. There's a lady and her husband that come out to the flea markets on the weekends, and she has a whole table full of older Hot Wheels for 75 cents. So I went a little crazy this weekend and bought a bunch of them. So here's a couple more big rigs, well, I guess you could say big rigs, but these are like 6 wheels, 3-axle trucks, tanker truck, cover truck. These are actually from the late 90s, like 97. So here's one that's called the Troop Convoy. Just kind of neat. See, this, like I said, 6-wheel, 3-axle, metal on metal. So these things are going to roll pretty hard. I wouldn't be surprised if they pull the end of the track out, because I have those curves at the end of the track where they, you know, do for my car return, kind of like a ball return for bowling. I've had a tendency where some of these got so heavy that they pull the track apart at the end. So I have to stop and put it all back together and then run it back. But I've figured out a way to keep it from doing that. I just used some of that blue poster sticky ticky-tack stuff and stuck it on the ends of the track. And luckily I've had some good luck with it not coming apart. So here's another one, tank truck. Just kind of neat, I like that. It's got like an old fuel cell tank look. Kind of reminds me of the old truck from Terminator 2, but you know, this one has a long nose on it instead of a flat. But it's also on an older card from 97. Just kind of a neat ride. Said I think this is also metal on metal, because this thing weighs a ton. so it's going to move pretty quick. Here's another one. This one's more from 2002, but it's also a metal on metal with a plastic bucket. But it's a old Peterbilt from the Work Cruise series, which I think is kind of cool. Big Ed cement. Really neat truck. So like I said, this one's going to be pretty heavy, so this will probably roll pretty good. But I don't know a lot about these 6 wheels. I haven't really run a lot of these down the track to see if they're going to roll any better than like a 4-wheel vehicle. And then I got a couple more 6-wheelers. These are more of a flatbed style truck, and these are from 98 and 97. This one's from 97. So this one's a ramp truck, 24-hour emergency towing, which is kind of neat. I might set that one outside the track, you know, as the cars go down, and, you know, be kind of like a little scenery piece or something. But the card's not too bad on this one, but, you know, like I said, these go for like 75 cents, so it's not like, you know, these things are worth anything. So I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on Hot Wheel cars, and there's not a whole lot of them that really shoot up in value. So it's, like I said, it's not really a value thing for me. It's more of what the value of enjoying them and playing with them and making YouTube videos for you guys to watch is more important for me. And this one is the 98 version of it. It looks like it also says 24-hour emergency towing, and it's black. Card's kind of yellowed. I guess it's been in the sun for a little bit, but it looks like the ramp is actually yellow itself, and it didn't get tarnished by the sun. Now this is what I was talking about. This one does remind me of the truck from Terminator 2, where he's chasing down John Connor on his little motorcycle. This one's really cool. I like that, and it's also got the old, you know, vintage card look. So that's some of my truck pickups. Let's see. This one's neat. I want to find the whole series of these because I know they made like a series of these, but this is the 96 first edition, and it's the Street Cleaver. They made like a front end loader, a dump truck, you know, all that. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys recognize these. I don't have to go into a whole lot of detail on these, but this is a really cool one. I saw this one and the lady had it for 75 cents, and it was one of the last ones I picked up because I'd walked around the flea market a little bit, and then I came back and she had just put this one out, and she was like 75 cents, so I gave her $1 and said, don't worry about the quarter because there's no reason for you to waste your time and dig out a quarter for me. I mean, it's $1. So that was a really cool piece to pick up. Then I got a school bus. It's in the Heat Fleet series from 96. So this one's pretty neat. I've got a few of these, so I might do a specific school bus race in the near future, maybe with the bigger heavy body vehicles. It's kind of neat. It's got a little flames. I like the green on it. The green is really cool, and it's got flames on the roof. Man, that'd be kind of cool if, you know, if they had a school bus like that when I was still going to school. Show up in the school with that. We got the cool bus. That's the school bus. Oh, yeah, this one is like talked about amongst a lot of guys. The Solar 8 or Solar CX4. I know some guys on YouTube that I've been watching lately have been racing these and said these are pretty fast. I know Bobby D, Lakeside Racing. I've been watching him quite a bit. I've been learning a little bit about some of the older cars from him, and he says this one's pretty quick. So figured I'd pick this one up. This one was also 75 cents, so I was really surprised because I noticed these actually are $4 or $5 on eBay, which is ridiculous. It's just a little die-cast car, you know. It's nothing special. Most likely this one's going to get opened and raced because, you know, I wanted to race one of these and see how fast they go. I have a loose one, but it is kind of old, So maybe I'll clean the wheels up or something on it and go from there. And I think this one is from 91, yeah. So the Solar CX4, 1991. I was like 8-9 years old that year. So I'm surprised I did. I may have had this when I was a kid, maybe not in that color scheme, but I had a lot of Hot Wheels growing up, and of course, being a kid, they get beat up, lost, or completely destroyed. So it is what it is for being a kid. Some of us are not always good to our toys. So this one is from '96. It's the Quicksilver series. It's the T-Bird stock car. And I've got a bunch of these. I've been picking up some Hot Wheels for the past year. Since whenever the pandemic started really getting worse. So I started collecting Hot Wheels when the flea markets were still open. They closed down for a little bit, but they started opening back up, and people started bringing a lot of Hot Wheels out. I noticed that the Hot Wheels were starting to pick up out here, and so I've got a few of these stock cars. So there's definitely going to be a stock car race coming up in the near future. So be looking for that. May not be this week because I have a little surprise for y'all this week, and we'll see what happens. And that's that one. I guess we can get to the funny cars. These are really neat. They kind of flip up. The chassis comes away from the body, and so they rattle a little bit when they go down the track. But this one's from '98, and it's the Mega Graphics series, and it just says funny car. So I don't know what type of car it is. Maybe it looks like an old Ford Probe or something. I have no clue. But that one's cool. It's got the number 3 on it, like Dale Sr. Which I did pick up a Dale Sr. diecast car this weekend, along with this son, Dale Jr., his number 8 car, and Jeff Gordon. I'm not going to show those in the video because the cars are really beat up, and those are definitely going to get open. I'm going to do maybe a stock car NASCAR race soon. So that's that one. And this one is a 71 Mustang funny car on a newer card from 2005. That's when I graduated college. All right, and this one is kind of a purple color. Hot Wheels on the side of it, which I think is really neat. And it's also a metal on metal, just like the previous one I just showed you. These things weigh a ton. I've got some Firebirds, some like 90s, when they started going to the 4th gen F-body Firebirds. Although I think were like from the LT1 series before they went to the LS motors. So I have those somewhere. Those are some pickups that I got a while back. But this Mustang is really cool. Love that purple. And then it's got the nice little stripes. And the engine block sticking out of the windshield. It's kind of neat. But yeah, the Firebirds are pretty fast. I have a couple of those loose, and I ran them, and they definitely pulled the track apart. So I had to stop and put the track back together after running those. So I stopped running those for a little bit. And let's see, I got a '98 first edition Dodge Caravan. Nothing fancy, but I've been collecting a lot of the vans because I want to do a van race. So there's that one. It's kind of like a, sparkly burgundy kind of color with the blade wheels, which are really neat. So that's definitely like a throwback. 98, I was in high school, so I wasn't really collecting a lot of Hot Wheels at the time, but just seeing these old cards, I just remember going into HEB and going grocery shopping, and I used to dip off and check out the Hot Wheels then, but I didn't have a whole lot of money to be collecting Hot Wheels. I was more focused on getting a car, so I had to save my money for that so I could get a real car. Fortunately, it wasn't nothing fancy like these Hot Wheels I'm showing you tonight. And here's a Beach Blaster. I think this one is from '96, which is kind of neat. I like that. It's a really retro / futuristic concept car look. So that was kind of neat. It's got the old school wheels on it. pretty simple, but I think it's a little, pretty flashy too. Oh, look at the headlights are got some red in them as well. The red interior. That's a pretty neat card, and this is kind of what the card looks like. So, getting to the tail end of some of these older cars, because I just wanted to show these first, because we've all seen the new cards on the new cars that are coming out today, and I don't know, they're cool, but they're just not as, I guess they're just not as cool as the older cars, the old cards that, ones you remember when you were a kid. Oh, here was another funny car. It was a Plymouth Barracuda. This one's also from '05. Kind of neat. That's basically what the card looks like. It's also got a metal bottom. Also, the car flips up, the chassis stays on the ground and the body flips up. So those are kind of neat. They rattle a little bit when they go down the track, so they kind of sound like a set of keys running down a flight of stairs. These are pretty neat. I like these because these are a lot of fun to race because they move pretty fast. And then last but not least, when it comes to the old card series, this is the Silver Series 2, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile from '95. This one's a little beat up. You can see the card's been smashed, but luckily the car's in pretty good condition. This one, unfortunately, I think I paid like $2 or $3 for, but I mainly bought it because my girlfriend loves it. She likes the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. But that's it. It's all chromed out. I've got some other ones that look like this, but they're the actual paint scheme of the real car. But this is the last of the vintage series. So we'll move on to some of the newer series. I guess I'll start with the Japanese imports. So these are going to be in the new cards from like 2020, 2021. These are from like 2020. This is a '98 Honda Prelude, which is the red with the black hood. I think I found this one at Target. And this was like they're like $1 when you get them new in the store. Sometimes I get some Hot Wheels out at the flea market, which are these newer cards, and most guys like to charge like $2 or $3 for them, but I usually try to avoid that because I want to save a little money to get more cars for future videos. But I like this one. This one's really neat. It's got the white spoked wheels, which are, it's kind of like a throwback to, the Fast and the Furious days, when the movies were, still coming up. Not, overmade like they are today. So that one's pretty neat. And then I was at Target this weekend with my girlfriend, and I found this one. It's the only one I found at the Target on my side of town. It's a 2017 Acura Nsx in green. I think I have this one in another color, but I don't have this one in green, and green is one of my favorite colors. So, this is definitely like a new series car. So I'm pretty sure got a lot of guys on YouTube are showing their new cars that they get in their, boxes that they get. So those are kind of neat. So that's the NSX. Nice little green color. I really like this car. And then up next is a 1970 Toyota Celica. This one was also, this one was also Target as well. And it's kind of got like a turquoise like color to it, which is pretty neat. Like the old Japanese series. And yeah, definitely, I'm going to open these and race these because, I paid $1 for them, so I'm going to do whatever I want with them. They're my cars, so some of y'all might be like, oh no, don't open them, but I'm going to open them anyway. I do have some cars that I get doubles on, just so I like to keep them in the package so I can look at the package later on and kind of reminisce, like, checking out what's legible on the back, which you can read, the specifications and all that kind of stuff. But these have been around for a while. I think I picked these. Yeah, this is a 2017 car, and this is also a 2017 car. I have these. I actually have these in double, and I actually have one that I've opened to race. But when these are like 75 cents, you grab them. So this is the Nissan Silvia S13s. One's a blue and one's more of a pewter color. So I had to grab these because these are just so cool looking cars. I like Nissans. Nissans are one of my favorite companies when it comes to import vehicles. Same thing with Honda. I've driven Hondas. Currently I'm driving a Nissan Titan, and I really enjoy that truck. I've had it for a while, and it's been a reliable vehicle. It's never really given me any problems. But I've always liked the Nissan cars. They're really, really cool. So they're about the same car, just different color, as you can see. But yeah, these were like released like in 2017, 2018. So, but yeah, when you see these for 75 cents, you just grab them. And let's see, got a couple of Integras. One of them is from 2015 and one of them is from 2017. What was weird is the one from 2017 was actually at an HEB that I was at this weekend, and this was on the shelf. So I guess, some of the stores just don't put out all the cars at once. They just, they just maybe keep some of these cars or lose track of the cases or whatever, and they find the cases like, oh, well, I guess we better put these out. They've been back here a while. I have no clue, but this one says 2017 on it. But I remember I got this one this weekend at the local HEB. Really neat car. Really like that polka dot roof. So really the wheels are kind of different on it too, which are, which I've never seen like that before, but those are neat. Real neat. And here's another Integra, 2001 Integra GSR, which was the same as this one. And this one is from 2015, but I found this one out at the flea market for $1. So I had to pick that one up. Car's a little bent on it, but that's fine because, like I said, I'm going to open these things and I'm going to enjoy them. This is what they were made for. So hopefully the lighting's okay. I'm sorry if you get a little bit of a glare. But yeah, I like that green splatter. I like the white. I've always, some vehicles just look really good in white, and a lot of import vehicles do. My 94 Trans Am is also in white, and I really like that car in white. And it's the 25th anniversary, so it's got the blue stripe on it, and it's a really nice car. I like driving it. It's a lot of fun to drive. That's the one I take to car shows. So that's that one. That's the Integra GSR. Alright. Guess we'll get to my Buick Grand Nationals. One's a Buick Grand National. One is an 87 Buick Regal Gnx. And let's see. This one's from the Fast and the Furious. If you haven't seen this one, this is a really cool car. This is one of my dad's dream cars. He's always wanted one of these, but instead of get one of these, he found an old V6 Monte Carlo and stripped everything out of it and put a 383 stroker in it. I remember him driving that when I was a kid, so that was the closest to a Grand National he could get. But I'll tell you, I think I like that Monte Carlo that he had better than this car. Which, don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful car. Great looking. I love the front end and what it is, but something about the Monte Carlo, man, it was just really cool. I kind of want one of those myself, but trying to find one of those in good condition is pretty hard to find here where I'm at in Texas. And here is the Buick Regal Gnx, which is basically, the Grand National in a sense. It's the same body style. They're from the G-Body series. But I have this one open, and the thing is pretty fast. Like, it's a fast little car. But like I said, when you find these for 75 cents, you just grab them, because I may crack this one, or I may keep this one in card, because I have one open, and like I said, this is one of those ones where I'd like to look at the back and see all the neat little writings and stuff on them and all that good stuff. But yeah, like I said, 75 cents, you grab them. And speaking of Monte Carlos, this one, I paid a little more for it because I was looking for another Monte Carlo, because I have 4 Grand Nationals and I have 3 Monte Carlos. So here's my 4th one, because I'm definitely going to do a G-body race. So this is the Monte Carlo SS 86. And it's in the really throwback 80s look. I think these might be a Target exclusive because I've been seeing a lot of these at Target. But I don't see these at any other shopping centers that I go to. So this is a really cool car. I like the hood scoop on it. But like the front end, it looks just like the way my dad's car was. And it looks really cool. Like that gold with the swoop scallops on the side. A little stripe on the hood scoop. Really neat car. This one came out like 2017, so this one's been out for a while. All right, moving on. Let's kind of chuckle up a little bit and have a couple of laughs. There was a guy out at the market that were selling these, and I had to pick these up. He had $2 on them, but he let me have them for $1.50 each, which was fine. I didn't care. It's $1.50. But basically, it's the same card, just variant of the car. They're from the same year, same series. But I like these. It's a duck and roll. I don't know. I just thought they were kind of funny looking because kind of remind me of the Penguin Mobile from the Batman Returns movie with Michael Keaton and Danny DeVito, and don't forget Michelle Pfeiffer. She played a really good Catwoman in that movie too. But that's neat. And I bought a variant of this one before I got these two a while back, which this one will be in the next video for the next race that I'm going to do. And it's the glow-in-the-dark duck and roll. You can tell it's already been opened, been testing it, making sure it's going to run down the track okay. So that's the third version of it, but it's in the Hot Wheel Glow Series race, or Hot Wheel Glow Racers. So this one's kind of neat. So I have like 3 of these ducks. Maybe I'll do a duck race or something. I don't know. Just thought it'd be kind of funny to show those. Well, let's go to the bone shakers I found this weekend. This gray bone shaker, the Moon Eyes bone shaker. I found this one at Target. Of course, they're like $1, so I grabbed a couple of these because I really like the Moon Eyes series stuff. So I wanted to keep one in card and rip one and race it. So this one's got a bent corner on it, so I'm going to rip it and race it. So it's also from 2020. So that's a neat one. And then this bone shaker I found at HEB this weekend. This one is weird, 2017, and it was brand new on the counter at the local HEB. So like I said, they must have forgot about some cases in the back stock room or something and finally just put them out. So I just find that unusual. See 2017 stuff still sitting on the counter in 2021. But this one's pretty neat. I guess it's the Art Car series. I like it. I like the bone shakers. I like collecting them because they're really neat. They have some monster truck ones that I picked up a while back too. So the bone shakers have always kind of been some of my favorites. Let's grab these gassers here. Picked up these gassers this weekend. I think the Hot Wheels one. These are 64 Nova Wagons. The Hot Wheels Race Series one, or Race Team, I'm sorry. Found this one at Target. I don't have this one. I have a lot of these, but I usually get all the different variants. I don't usually try not to grab doubles unless I want to keep one in the card. This one's kind of neat. I always like these blue Race Team cars. I usually grab those. Doesn't matter what car it is. I've got a few like the Corvettes, Camaros, Mustangs, you name it. If they put a Hot Wheels team logo on it with a number, I usually grab them. Sounds kind of neat. So it's a 64 Nova Wagon. And then I found this one at HEB, also from 2017, which is just really unusual to find older cars on the shelf in 2021. It's just funny to me. But here's this one. It's more of like a candy apple red. And I'm not sure if I have this one or not. I recognize the logo right here, but I think my other ones that I have is either green or blue. But I like these 64 Nova Wagons gassers. I even got like the 55 Chevy gassers as well. So I might do a gasser race. I've been thinking about doing that one too, just doing strictly gasser cars. and kind of do like an old throwback, like 60s theme or something, kind of get the vibe going. But yeah, there's the 64 Nova Wagon gasser. And let's see. Well, I guess we can get into the trucks. I ended up picking up quite a few trucks this weekend. And let's see. This one, I cannot remember where I got this one from, but I remember I think it was Target. Yeah, I think this one was Target as well. But Chevy Silverado off-road. That one's pretty neat. I got a bunch of trucks, like a lot of these big wheel trucks and a lot of the lowered trucks. So I guess, you know, keep a lookout for a truck race video in the near future. We'll see how that goes. You know, this year's almost to an end, so, you know, maybe next year. Because I got so many ideas for videos that, you know, I don't know what I'm going to get to first. One that I've been finally trying to find for a long time, but every time I find these out at the flea market, they want like $5 to $10 for them. And it's frustrating, but, you know, I finally found one. And actually, my buddy found this for me at Walmart. He was picking up some stuff at Walmart, and he decided to go to the Hot Wheels section and found me a bunch of cars. So finally got a hold of a Cybertruck, Tesla Cybertruck. Yeah, that's just so cool. It's just like bare metal, kind of like a DeLorean. I guess that was kind of his idea, was to make his own version of a DeLorean, put into a truck. Really neat. I may start to speed through this a little bit because the video might get a little too long. But here's a 49 Ford F1 that my buddy picked up for me. So that's a really cool purple with the little scallops on the side. Pretty neat. Here's a 52 Chevy pickup. Kind of like a rat rod, primered out with the rusty looking flames on it. So that's pretty neat. A buddy of mine also picked this one up for me as well. And I found this one at HEB again, and like I said, it was another 2017 car, but little Datsun 620, you know, before they called them Nissans. It's a nice little truck. I actually have one of these loose in a different paint scheme. Rolls down the track real nice. Rolls really good. Ended up finding this one out at the market for like 75 cents. So it was a custom Cadillac Fleetwood. This reminds me of the older Hot Wheels that I remember getting back in the 80s. Some of them had like the little roofs on them. And most of the ones that I have now, I have a bunch of like 80s, some 70s Hot Wheels that I end up buying in a lot. And 9 times out of 10, they're always missing their plastic roofs. This one, of course, doesn't have one because it's new in the package, so you can see. This reminds me of some of those older ones from the 80s. I've got the black one of this car, but man, I found this one. I think this one was also at Target. It was the Fire Rescue 96 Chevy Impala SS, which I had to grab it, you know, because I have the black one of this car. It rolls okay. It's actually a decent little roller. I might dust the wheels with some graphite and see if they'll run a little faster, because I've used some of that graphite powder on some of my axles on some of the cars that have like a sticky wheel or something, and man, they speed up pretty good once you do that. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one I found out at the flea market. This one I think I paid like $1.50 for, but I'm a Firebird guy or Trans Am guy, so I usually grab any of the Firebirds and Trans Ams. But a '77 Pontiac Firebird. Really love this scheme on this one. The blue flame, the white. See, this kind of reminds me of my car, but of course mine's like a 90s version of it. But, you know, white with blue graphics on it. The gold wheels. So this is an older car. I think this one's from 2015. So yeah, it's got the old Bandit style car. Pretty neat. But yeah, getting, I've got a bunch of other ones. I'm just going to start just showing them all off because the video is getting a little too long. But, I found a bunch of these, the Lamborghini, the Audi, and the Nissan. These are some cars I already have, but these are just different colors. So really cool, like red, white, and blue. So that's really neat. These are some of the European imports. Like the Bugatti, the little blue Bugatti, the EB110 SS, and Lamborghini Huracan, and then the Aston Martin V12 Speedster. Never seen that one before, but it's kind of a neat car. I think I ended up picking these up at Walmart or Target. That's pretty much it on the recent pickups. I had a few more over here, but they're kind of just, common. I'll just show them real quick. It's just the Audi and another Fire Eater, a little police car, and another Hot Wheels race team, but in orange. And then a Dodge Challenger drift car and AMC Rebel machine. Those two, my buddy Andrew picked up for me. So, those are those. But, last but not least, I want to go into the Holidays series cars. These are, I guess, the Holiday 2021. And my buddy Andrew also found these for me. So, we got, let's see, these are for, I guess these are 2021 series. The holiday car. So this is a 15 Dodge Charger SRT. So come Christmas time, I'm going to open these and I'm going to do a Christmas theme race. We're going to set up a nice little Christmassy town around my track, quite possibly a Christmas tree, and race these. I've got some other older ones of these. So this is the Ford Escort. This one's kind of neat, like that flat kind of looking color. And then, let's see, we got a 66 Ford 427 Fairlane. Oh man, a Ford Fairlane. That's in gold. That's pretty neat. Ooh, it's even got a gold bottom. Nice little front end. Really nice looking car. But yeah, this is what the card looks like. It's really cool. I like these Christmas themed cars. I might actually see if I can find another set of these and keep these sealed, because just because of the card. The card just looks so cool. But I may just do my best to take them out of the card and just save the cards, because that's a really cool. I like Christmas. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays, but Halloween is my all-time favorite holiday, by the way. And then Avant Grande, I guess is what it's called. That one's kind of neat. That is a neat little car. Weird little blue shape, but it's kind of neat. 2021 right there. Now on the back here it shows all the different cars. Well, my buddy Andrew got these all at the same time. One of them, which is this one here, is not in the same card, and I'll show you here in just a second. But it's part of the series. There it is. Happy New Year 2022. It's not on a Christmas card. This is part of the series, but I do not know why. As you can see here on the back, the 4 cars I showed you previous to this one that's it. It's got 22 on the side of it. So, but this basically doubles as a car / bottle opener. I actually have one of these open, and I definitely did try it as a bottle opener, and it worked. I was really surprised. I thought it was going to like break the little clip off back here or whatever, but it didn't. But this is the carbonator. So, but so far that's it. I might do some more of these pickup videos. I might go back through some of my older pickups that I've been picking up, because I usually pick up cars almost every weekend. Usually, if I have like an extra $20 in my pocket, I'll usually pick up quite a few. So, but yeah. So these are all the holiday pickup cars. You know, just kind of just strewed out, man. Like, I really like that Ford Fairlane. That Escort's really cool. So if you guys are out and about and you want to look for some of these holiday cars, here they are. So check them out. Well, I appreciate y'all watching, man. And like I said, just stay fast, stay cool. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, you know, let me know what's going on out in the Hot Wheels world, or in your world, whatever. But y'all have a great night, and see y'all next time.